dog issues again. Lord, my house is always a crazy place to live, but it is what it is. Okay, so we are back to the section tag. We're within, I want you to pay attention that we are within this big box. So basically this content is going to go within the section tag. It looks like it naturally kind of creates a bigger box, one big rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a div. And they actually do that a lot in coding, is they make mini organizations places to go within the bigger organization places. A div is used a ton as an organizer. So we're going to start this as one div, and then we're going to add another div. And I'm going to grab another orange box to show you that you can do that. I'm going to nest this content within a div. You don't have to. It will still run the code, but for certain styling reasons or organization of code, readability of code, it's probably better to keep things a little bit organized. I don't know 100% if that's the case, but for me at least it makes sense this way. Oops, I didn't end my div. Okay, so I am creating another box within a box. So basically I have a section box with a div box inside of it. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mini boxes inside. Okay, let's take a look at what type of boxes or what type of tags these could be. We've kind of already decided that these are image tags. So let's go ahead and move them over and call them image tags. Okay, or image boxes, all the same thing. Okay, I don't have any of the pictures in there yet, but I know I'm going to want to have a picture in there eventually. So I'm going to tag it, or I'm going to create my framework as such. You want to create your HTML framework kind of where you're going to head with your code, kind of almost like you're making a plan for the building. That's why I like to reference HTML as Mr. Architect, because he's the planner. He likes to draw out the sketch of the laundromat before he actually builds the laundromat. And if you look at it, I'm not that crazy, because doesn't this kind of look like an architect's blueprint now? That's why I think it's important to watch those other videos if you haven't, because you'll see where my metaphor is heading ultimately. Okay, then these could be a couple of things. I don't know. I don't know if these could be links. Like this could be a link tag combined with maybe a P tag. It could be all in one P tag. It could be a div tag. So I don't want to get too into what the actual text is. Let's just call them divs for now, and assume that there's something within the divs. My guess is they're probably divs. I have to go through the code and look, but they could be divs, they could be Ps. Let's actually call them all of it, because I want you to see that it doesn't really matter, at least right now. It will matter to the machine and the browser when it reads the code or parses through the code, but to set it up, oops, I don't want to do that, sorry. I'll make that a div, that won't match. Okay, so I created one box with a div. And then let's just pretend these are Ps. They probably aren't. I don't know, because Ps are usually... Now let's keep calling them divs, because Ps are typically for like a big lot of context or a lot of text, and these don't have that. I probably should have looked up the source code before I guess, but at least you know this is au naturel real, right? Okay. So yet again, we've got, okay, in essence, that is what the first part of section, or the section 1 part of our activity is asking you to do. It wants you to use these tags, and it wants you to basically make a big old sketch, an architect sketch of your site. So my advice would be do it somewhat similar to this. I will show you mine as well. Hopefully this will help, and then my next video we're going to go in and actually do it in code, and I'll show you what I did kind of for my next step. Where is my portfolio? See if I can find it quickly for you guys. Here we go. Hey, this is my Figma file of all my things that I've been turning in. Okay, so my portfolio sketch, this is, as you can see, it's challenge 17. That's where I told Zvonimir it started. This was my page, not as advanced as what we were just working on. I did similar to what we did in the design phase. I made my boxes, and then I attached numbers, and then I went through. Mine is way more fancy than yours has to be according to the directions, as long as you just tell them like which ones are divs. I would say if you set it up to similar how to this is what they're asking you to do, because if you look over here it looks pretty comparable. So my advice for part 1 would be draw a sketch of what you want your website to look like, either in Figma or on paper, and then start setting it up similar to this. But I will see you in the next video so I can show you how to actually code out what we are doing.